I literally just woke up. Dispatch called a kite wrapped up around power lines, which is weird because we've been getting freezing rain non-stop for 24 hours. Keeps changing back and forth. But sure enough, somebody was flying a kite for some reason. Now what concerns me, you see that string coming off the kite, coming down past the cutout. That lightning arrestor on the right, bottom side of that's ground, is 0 volt, it's tied to ground. That cutout's 7200 volts. That kite string, it's not overly conductive. I would consider it a semiconductor. It's not an insulator and it's not a conductive material, but that doesn't mean it couldn't short out. So it is concerning where it's close to that bracket going down by the neutral and the transformer. Now what really concerns me, still see that blowing in the wind, is this. Somebody tied that to the pole while standing on the ground. Obviously nobody got hurt. Again, that's because the string likely wasn't conducting, but I have seen strings and construction debris made of plastics and stuff short out on the power lines in the past. The kite itself, it's wrapped around there pretty good. If that were touching ground or touching the pole, it most likely would flash over. Just looking on my computer here, large kite tangled up around the transformer and the lines. Was not up there yesterday. A few things here. When was this person flying the kite? This road is littered with power lines everywhere. It's a horrible spot to fly a kite, especially in the freezing rain. And most importantly, you shouldn't be flying a kite near power lines to begin with, but if it gets wrapped up on the lines, don't touch it. I don't care what happens to the string, that little handle blowing around. Call the power company immediately. It could most certainly be a hazard. So there's no point in me opening the transformer because it's above the switch. It could kill the primary. That's going to dump. Jeez, that'd be over 100 customers. If I have to, safety comes first. Obviously, if I got to shut off the power, I got to shut off the power. But I don't think I'll have to. I should be able to remove that while everything's energized. We'll use some tested hot sticks and gloves and get that kite off the lines on this cold, miserable morning. So what should you do if you're out with your kids, or maybe you're an adult flying a kite, and it gets up into the power lines? First thing you do is let go of the handle, let go of the string, drop everything. I don't care where it goes at this point. You don't know what kind of voltage is up there. In this case, it's over 7,000 volts. Some cases you can get up to 69,000, 138,000 volts. That kind of voltage, it could very well track through that string, and your feet are standing right there on the ground. That's no different than grabbing a live conductor. With this kind of weather, especially with the rain, there's a constant kind of freezing fog in the air. That string is absorbing that moisture. It's a very real possibility that voltage could track through that string to ground. That being said, my first step when going up in the air, for those that are not linemen watching this video, I'm decked out head to toe in arc rated gear. Safety glasses, hard hat, multiple layers of arc flash gear in the event of a flash. So my first step, I'm going to use a hot stick. It's insulated for 100,000 volts per foot, as well as 20,000 volt rubber gloves, and I'm going to clear that string. While I'm shaking and sliding, moving things around, it's very possible that string could get into that lighting arrestor. Sometimes I'm able to save the kite, and if I can, it's probably a young kid's toy, I'll try to remove it without damaging it. But ultimately, my safety and the safety of everyone else comes first. There's no way to unwind that safely without doing it by hand. In order to do it by hand, I would have to have a second guy on site. I would have to shut off power to 100 customers. It's just not practical when I can still remove it safely with hot sticks. So a little harder to cut. This time it was wrapped around multiple times. So I just kind of put my hot stick in the kite, I also position myself up and away from the high voltage lines because the wind's working against me here. So as I'm working on this, if that kite starts going with the wind and sliding in towards the pole, that kite could basically touch the high voltage and the pole at the same time, bypassing that insulator. There could again be a real nasty arc flash. So I prepare myself for that, put myself at a safe distance. If this kite was, I mean, it's not realistic, but let's say it was made of metal, I wouldn't even chance it at that point. I would definitely be shutting off power. Where the kite is still a semiconductor, there is a small chance that it could flash over, but there's still a chance. So I just position myself well for this and use the hot stick, cutting through all the fibers of the kite, a couple pieces of plastic, and eventually it breaks through and the wind carries the kite away. Lastly, that yellow ribbon is still wrapped around the lines. At this point, I'm not overly concerned about that. If I can't get it off, I'll probably just leave it there. I'm not going to shut off power, just get that yellow ribbon off. But it does pull clear. So everything's good to go. That kite took off in the wind pretty quick. I'm not sure where it even went. Usually I'll try to tie it to the butt of the pole or something, but the kite's damaged beyond repair at this point now anyhow. We successfully removed the kite. Very, very strange call to get in this weather where we've had nonstop freezing rain and snow. It's -6 out right now. Strange call to get at 7 a.m. So we're gonna head back home. I can only assume in this case that there was probably an adult that tied that to the pole, especially based on how high it was up the pole. I can only assume that they probably did that because they were scared they were going to get in trouble or get billed for it. The kite's up in the power lines. We don't want to call the power company and them get mad at us. That is not the case at all. If we were going to get mad at people and bill them, that they're not going to want to call us. So any situation involving the power lines whatsoever, I mean, if you're going down the road dropping trees in the power line and I get a call every hour, yeah, I'm probably going to get a little bit frustrated. You might receive a bill at that point. But any safety related accidents, we just don't want anybody to get hurt. So please, if anything makes contact with the lines, stop what you're doing. Don't touch anything. Don't try to retrieve the item. Don't tie off the string to the pole. Drop everything and call the emergency line to your utility, and we will look after it safely. Thanks, guys.